Good afternoon and welcome to the Commute Friendly NC webinar. My name is Raina Tyson and I'm Go Triangle's Transportation Demand Management Coordinator and Administrator for our statewide matching program, Share the Ride NC. I will be your host today. Thank you to everyone that's joined us, with a special thank you to our regional chambers, business membership organizations, employers, and business professionals from around the Triangle who helped spread the word about this webinar. Your assistance has helped to make this group remarkably diverse and a true representation of the community we serve. Today's session is being recorded, and we'll share the recording usually within 24 to 48 hours. All attendees will be muted during the presentation. Attendees are encouraged to ask questions throughout the webinar using the Q&A button located in the toolbar. When we transition to the question and answer portion of the webinar, if you would like to ask your question yourself, please raise your hand using the toolbar or indicate that in the Q&A, and I will take you off mute. We have enabled live transcription services as well, and subtitles can be shown by accessing the live transcript option in your Zoom toolbar. So let's get started. First, we offer more than just bus service at Go Triangle. Our Sustainable Travel Services team offers no-cost business-to-business consulting to guide employers in expanding employee benefits without budget impacts. Today's webinar is just one example of how we provide insight for the development of a competitive edge in employee recruitment, retention, and satisfaction. We help educate residents as well about existing transportation options so that they have the confidence to use them, reducing the wear and tear on our infrastructure, saving tax dollars, and attracting the best and brightest talent to our communities. Our program supports over 160 employers and over 150 Triangle commuters. Why do we do it? Our ultimate goal is to reduce vehicular miles traveled in the Triangle. According to EPA.gov, in 2021, transportation represented 29% of all U.S. greenhouse gas emissions by sector. Astoundingly, 29% of that number are light-duty vehicles. You know, the kind of cars, SUVs, and trucks we drive around town and to and from work. Reducing vehicle miles traveled impacts the quality of our air and water, road costs, economic development, and much more. Educating our residents about their non-single occupancy travel options improves access by exposing barriers and boosting the confidence needed to try new ways of travel. But it is more than just Go Triangle. Our program is a regional partnership with like-minded organizations seeking to reduce congestion and improve air quality by reducing single occupancy vehicles, aka driving alone. Our partners consist of local municipalities, universities, and transit agencies throughout the Triangle. We're all recipients of the Triangle Transportation Choices Grant, which flows through Carolina Pines Regional Council. The programming offers transportation expertise and complementary assistance to businesses, residential communities, and commercial properties to give participating organizations a competitive edge in attaining their carbon reduction goals and tackle challenges such as employee recruitment and retention. I encourage you to visit gotriangle.org/employer services to learn more. Now on to our first speaker and why you've joined us today. We are about to hear from Julio Rosado. Julio is a transportation and energy planner for Central Pines Regional Council, Mobility Transportation Division, and manages the Commute Friendly NC program. He is passionate about sustainable travel and micromobility as an avid bike commuter. Julio?
Thank you, Reina, for introducing me and our program. As she mentioned, my name is Julio Rosado. As transportation and energy planner for our local government, I wear a couple of different hats. One of those hats is as coordinator for one of our local transportation demand management programs, Commute Friendly NC. But before we talk about Commute Friendly NC, I'd like to take a metaphorical step back and talk about commuting in general. Why should we commute to work through alternative modes? What difference can our actions make? And why do it at all? To briefly define alternative commuting are simply ways to get to work other than driving alone. Walking or biking to work is alternative commuting. Taking the bus instead of driving is alternative commuting. And working from home, either full-time or part-time, is too. One of the benefits that employees often report is having more time to themselves and reclaiming time that would otherwise be spent stuck on traffic. Moreover, users report that these alternative modes are frequently cheaper than having to pay for fuel or car maintenance. And while there are other benefits, another frequently cited benefit is the individual reduction of greenhouse gas emissions associated with driving to work. Oftentimes, alternative modes of transportation are just more energy efficient than driving alone to work. These benefits are commonly cited by employees. But what does the research say? Take a look at some of these studies. Quote, a large proportion of people, 52% of the sample, are commuting longer than they would like. This suggests that employees would like to reduce their commute and reclaim time spent in traffic. Many of these employees would likely enjoy having work-sponsored transportation benefits to help them do so. Quote, the analysis shows that commuter benefits play a significant role in explaining observed travel patterns. Indeed, research shows that employers that offer these benefits make a significant change in their employees' travel behavior, showing that employees do enjoy these benefits. And it's not just the employees, employers also benefit. As we can see in the last quote, employers may benefit from being in a stronger position to recruit and retain labor talent, reduce investment for private car parking, and project an image of energy consciousness. This is especially true in today's world. Telework rates have nearly quadrupled nationwide compared to before the pandemic. Teleworking is now a popular way of alternative commuting. Some employees seek only remote or hybrid jobs, and for others, the benefits you offer could be the deciding reason a prospective employee chooses your organization to work in. North Carolina is ahead of the ball in this respect. Many of our metro areas outperform the rest of the US in terms of remote and hybrid work opportunities per capita, and still growing. The Raleigh greater metro area clocks in at 4th overall, and Cary leads the nation as a city with most remote work per capita. And this can shift the needle in our impact on the environment. Look closely on the graph on the bottom left, specifically the orange section. Transportation is currently the largest source of greenhouse gas emissions across the state. And according to the more recent IPCC reports, technology improvements alone won't get us to the finish line. But changing to more sustainable travel methods could help us to do so. So where does Commute Friendly NC fall in this ecosystem? Commute Friendly NC is a recognition program for businesses or organizations that offer transportation benefits to their employees. We want to highlight the good work already being done by some leading businesses and organizations to encourage alternative commuting among their employees. By highlighting these outstanding organizations, you would stand out as model businesses to emulate. And so you can proclaim to the world and potential employees watching, we offer benefits to help you get to work. Our recognition system has 3 different levels: bronze, silver, and gold, depending on the amount and type of transportation benefits that you offer. If you qualify, we will highlight your organization with one of these certificates, shout you out in social media, and give participating organizations a clear path on how to improve the mix of transportation benefits you currently offer. So, where is Commute Friendly NC available? The short answer is that it is available statewide. Any business in North Carolina could apply to be certified, and that is especially true of the Triangle region and its surrounding areas. Thanks to our network of transportation partners in the Triangle region, we can better serve organizations within it. Should you have any questions about the program, these would be able to assist you. Also, these are expert transportation planners in their own right. Many of them coordinate transportation services and benefits you could take advantage of. Use them to offer benefits to your own employees, and at the same time, they will help you qualify for Commute Friendly NC. Through this program, we would like to connect you to our established partners to help figure out which benefits you could be offering. If you are outside the Triangle region, but in one of the locations pictured in this map, we have partners within the following 4 organizations that can help you get started with Commute Friendly NC and with potential transportation benefits for your organization. These are Land of Sky and Centralina Regional Councils, the Piedmont Authority for Regional Transportation, or PART for short, and Go Coast. Our reach is slowly making its way across all of North Carolina, and the North Carolina Department of Transportation has taken notice. New partnerships are always down the pipeline, so stay tuned. And finally, don't let any of these maps dissuade you. If your business is in North Carolina, but not in any of the locations that have been referenced, you may contact me directly and I'll be able to assist you. And qualifying is simple. Just offer transportation benefits to your employees. The more the better, but at a baseline, offering 1 is required for bronze, up to 3 transportation benefits are required to reach silver, and 5 or more are required to reach gold. You can then complete your Commute Friendly NC application, available online or at our website. You can also request a digital or paper copy from myself or one of my partners. And then get in touch with your local Commute Friendly NC contact. Like I mentioned earlier, they provide transportation benefits that your employees could take advantage of. Later on in this webinar, you will hear from one of my partners directly about some of the transportation benefits that they do offer. So, what transportation benefits could help qualify your organization for Commute Friendly NC recognition? Here's some of them. Anything that could make biking or walking to work easier. This could be having secure bike parking, or even lockers to store running gear. It could also be showers at work to freshen up after commuting, or your organization could sponsor a bike share program for your employees. Of course, encouraging your employees to actively use these methods would also help you qualify. Some other transportation benefits that we would recognize are encouraging your employees to ride share to work. This could be arranged either through the use of third-party apps or with services that you can coordinate in-house. Riding the bus to work and actively encouraging your employees to do so would also help you qualify. And you could start a vanpool or even a carpool to make commuting to work more efficient and give employees some extra time back in their day. You could also have services that guarantee a ride back home in the case of emergency or outstanding situations. And finally, your business could have services and policies in place to help make commuting easier. Flex work policies or working from home are eligible strategies to help qualify for Commute Friendly NC. An employee working from home has more time back in their day, saves on fuel and maintenance, and places less burden on tight office spaces. Other policies could be having on-site or sponsored childcare that can greatly ease commuting for parents. We also recognize actively promoting transportation benefits as a qualifying criteria. This can be, for instance, promoting our own program. And this is not an exhaustive list of transportation benefits that we sponsor, merely a list of possible benefits that we do recognize. You might offer transportation benefits that are not listed or presented here. If so, let us know. We'd like to hear about them in your application. We consider innovative, less common, or more niche transportation benefits as well. And lastly, it's worth mentioning that there is no cost associated to participate in Commute Friendly NC. This program has been brought to you by the Triangle Transportation Choices Grant. We want to encourage all businesses to apply, regardless of their size or their economic state. Our goal is to encourage the mutually beneficial adoption of alternative commute modes. These benefits should be enjoyed inclusively and by all of us. We all have employees. If you offer transportation benefits, we want to celebrate and recognize the work you're doing. And if you don't currently offer benefits but would like to, we can connect you with transportation benefit professionals that can help figure out solutions that would work for you. And with that, here are the application guidelines and the link to apply. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a simple process. Just fill out the general information, check the box on the transportation benefits you offer, and the boxes of any requirements that you might fulfill. For participating in this webinar, you've already fulfilled one of the requirements, which is to contact one of our local partners. Then simply fill out your demographic information. Also, make sure to include your contact information. All applications will be entered in a prize drawing to take place after the webinar. And with that, I'll pass up the remainder of my time to our host, Reina. This slide will be available again at the end of the webinar, and the link to apply will be available in the chat.
Thanks, Julio. Be sure to put your questions in the Q&A so that we can have them after our next speaker. Up next, we will hear from Lynn Cohn on how the two programs work together. Lynn is the Go Chapel Hill Commute Solutions Manager. Lynn fell in love with biking as a kid and has transformed her love of the commute mode into a career with the town of Chapel Hill, where she helps others to choose eco-friendly travel options as well. Lynn?
Hi, thank you for coming today and listening to this incredible information about all the programming done in the Triangle area, and especially the Commute Friendly North Carolina program. So I work with the town of Chapel Hill, and our transportation demand management program is called the Go Chapel Hill program. It serves businesses in the town, helping them to create or improve their commuter programming in order to have even cleaner air and water. Programs and service providers are here to make it easy to participate in eco-friendly programs. A great example is the program Julio just described, which makes it easy for most businesses to qualify for a bronze or even a silver level recognition in the Commute Friendly North Carolina program. One quick way to reach bronze recognition is simply being in partnership with the regional program. Go Chapel Hill offers the statewide ride share program, Share the Ride NC, and the Emergency Ride Home program. If your organization connects with a service provider like the Go Chapel Hill program or other regional providers and agrees to participate in the regional biennial survey, then your organization will qualify for the bronze level certification. It's pretty simple. Share the Ride NC is our statewide ride matching program. People are matched together based on their commutes, where they are traveling to and from, as well as their working schedules. Encourage your employees to use Share the Ride NC to find carpool buddies or vanpool seats. We can even create a specialized page just for your organization. Matching Pool is open to everyone in the system, sharing similar commutes, or can be set up just for your organization. We all know that emergencies are often unavoidable. This may be true, but employees don't have to be stranded at work. An employee may choose an eco-friendly way to arrive at work and still have a way home if there is an emergency. The Emergency Ride Home program is sort of like insurance for days that one walks, carpools, bikes, rides a vanpool, or takes transit to work. On days that there is an emergency or an unscheduled overtime, they simply call 919-485-RIDE or 7433, and a taxi will be arranged to take the employee home. There is no charge for this service for participating employers or for employees. It is completely grant funded. The only thing asked is that a tip is provided to the driver. A tip encourages drivers to continue participating in the Emergency Ride Home program. Check out the webpage for more details on the Emergency Ride Home program. Our regional vanpool program is in partnership with Commute with Enterprise. Vanpooling is when 4 to 15 people ride to and from work together in a shared vehicle. It is a great way to widen talent recruitment radius, reduce employee turnover, and increase productivity. Vanpooling works a lot like carpooling, but Enterprise provides recent model vehicles, liability protection, and more. Enterprise vans provide a smooth and reliable commute. Read more about this vanpool program on the Go Triangle website. It is easy to move to silver level in Commute Friendly North Carolina by adding more benefits and taking a few easy steps. First, invite the TDM partner in your area to table and provide information at an event during the year. That would be me in the Chapel Hill area. A good time to do this is inviting a TDM partner to an already scheduled event, such as an annual wellness fair or an event during your open enrollment period. Second, make it easy for employees to access these benefits. Include the link on the company intranet or internal messaging or a newsletter, and we can write this messaging for you if it's easier. Finally, add one transportation benefit from the list on the application, and the silver level will be achieved. Seriously, this really is easy. Just add 3 benefits, show a 10% reduction in single occupancy travel to your work site, and you've got gold level designation. The main thing to remember is that assistance is available for Commute Friendly North Carolina or other benefits if you don't already offer other great programs. And if you don't already offer other great programs, you can contact us and we'll help set you up. The goal is to make it easy for employees to want to get to work without a single occupancy vehicle. The Go Chapel Hill program and partners across the region are ready to provide no-charge commute assistance. All the regional partners are here to assist businesses to meet their eco-friendly initiatives, use commuter benefits to attract and retain top talent, help organizations in assisting their employees save money, and provide an overall healthier workplace environment. Thank you for listening, and let me know if you need any assistance in making your organization even more eco-friendly. We can be found at gochapelhill.org. Back to you, Raina.
Thank you, Lynn. To help us transition into the question and answer portion, I encourage you to type your questions in the Q&A option in the Zoom toolbar. If you would like to ask your question directly to Julio or Lynn, please use the raise hand option in your toolbar. So right now I'm opening the Q&A up. Okay, our first question is, I see the program offers 3 tiers. What are the costs to the employer to sign up for the program? Are there any annual fees or membership fees?
Thank you for the question, Amber. You are correct that we offer 3 different tiers, but there are no costs associated for the employer or the employees to participate in Commute Friendly NC and get recognized. Especially if you partner up with some of my partners that offer transportation benefits, many of which are also free of charge. So no cost at all to participate. Thank you.
Thank you, Julio. Again, if there are any questions, we encourage you to drop them in the Q&A. If you would like to ask your question directly, please write that in the Q&A and I can take you off mute. Okay, we have another question here. It says, please explain some of the transportation benefits offered outside of ERH and Share the Ride NC.
Well, I'll take that one, or I'll start it. Julio, I'll let you continue some, but some of the programs we offer for transportation alternative commutes are special campaigns, special events. There's a lot of tabling we do. I think we mentioned earlier, I said, if you've got a wellness fair coming up, or if you've got a staff meeting or a general gathering of employees at your business, bring us in and we will set up a table. We'll offer all kinds of giveaways and a lot of information about all sorts of benefits. One really cool benefit with our Share the Ride NC program is the Go Perks program. And a lot of people don't know it, but you can register for Share the Ride NC at the Go Triangle site. If you don't know how to get there, just talk to your local partner. In Chapel Hill, it's me. In Chapel Hill, it's Duncan Dodson, and that's in our areas. We can help you figure out how to get registered. We can show you online. We can, come and visit you. We can do whatever you need for us to do. That's why we're here. And we are very dedicated to what we do. We believe in this quality of air program that we're participating in. So we can get you involved in that, get you registered. And then for every mile that you use alternative transportation during the work week, we are able to log in points. And then there's all kinds of gift cards available that you can put your name in the hat for. And there's great drawings for these gift cards. It is so much fun. I know one lady who's had, in 1 year, she received 3 gift cards. Her name just kept getting drawn from the hat. So it's a great program.
Yeah. I can also follow up on that. Thank you, Len. I think I can briefly categorize the sorts of transportation benefits that employers would offer into 3. There's infrastructure benefits. Those are things like having showers at work to make it commuting easier, or bike parking, or lockers. The ones that you're currently mentioning would be direct transportation benefits. Those are things like emergency ride home, ride sharing, carpool or vanpooling, of which we are partnered with. The grant itself is partnered with Enterprise. That would be a good place to inquire. Commute with Enterprise would be a good place to inquire on starting a carpool or a vanpool in the region. And also, the third category, which you're not mentioning yet, is policies. So I think some of the other transportation benefits that are more, easily attainable or common in the area are that flex work, that remote work area. So for tips on starting flex work and remote work policies at the work site, we are currently working on a sort of toolbox to help employers manage and implement that sort of policy at the work site. And stay tuned, because I believe the NCDOT is also currently releasing some materials to help businesses that want to start that sort of policy at their work. So that would be my comments as according to other transportation benefits. And also, I would actually like to mention that different partners, we heard about Go Chapel Hill now, but there are other different partners in the Commute Friendly NC ecosystem. You can partner up with Go Raleigh if you're closer to Raleigh, or Go Durham if you're closer to Durham. They are all going to have their own transportation demand management programs, and they're going to have their own suite of strategies that they could help hook you up with. So, yeah.
Thank you both. We have a few more questions. Any tips for getting employees to actually carpool? That's a great question.
Year-round, we have all sort of incentive campaigns. We bring information to people and they can sign up. Chapel Hill, for example, right now is offering something called Just One Day. We send information out to our employees. We let them know that every mile not driven saves a pound of carbon emissions from going into the air. And then we point out that, if your typical drive round trip is 20 miles or 40 miles in a day, you're saving, that much carbon emission from going into the air. And all we're asking you to do is just not drive one day. But then when people start trying it, they discover, well, they could do it one day a month or twice a month. We've had employees try it just one time and end up kind of turning to alternative transportation as their main use of getting to work, which is kind of a cool thing. So any kinds of campaigns or incentives, and most of the time we say, if you participate in this particular campaign, then we're going to throw your name in the hat for a drawing. And, they might get a basket of goodies or a gift card somewhere. People love to be acknowledged and recognized. We put their names in newsletters that they're the winners and that they have taken this challenge. And it's kind of a cool way to get people to try things, including carpooling.
Yeah, I would like to add to that answer, Len, that having spoken to employees at potential businesses that would like to get certified with Commute Friendly NC, whenever I talk about the subject of carpooling or vanpooling, I think oftentimes some of the employees would like to do it. They just don't have any information of how to even start a program at work, or how to partner up with other people that are starting a carpool or a vanpool. So I would say that if you want your employees to carpool, one good way to do that is, for instance, having one of our partners show up at perhaps a wellness fair at your event, that they could actually give tips to your employees on how to start a carpool. I found that really the big barrier is information. There are people interested in carpooling, but they might not know how to. And for that, one of our transportation experts could help shorten that information gap for you. So, yeah, that would
Thank you
be
both.
mine.
I would like to quickly add, as the Share the Right NC administrator, I would like to add that, as Lynn mentioned, we have a program within Share the Right NC called Go Perks. So as an employer, you are able to create your own contest and incentives within Share the Right NC to incentivize your employees just within your organization. So if there were a gift of items that you would like to possibly come up with as an organization, you could make it somewhat of a competition of, encouraging your employees to get together, carpool, whoever, let's say, save the most GHG. We focus a lot on GHG, but also fuel is being saved when you carpool. So you could appeal to other economic benefits to your employees and make it like a competition for them to get together and realize how much fuel they're saving when they ride together. So next question, it says, thank you for this webinar. Are there more participants than are currently listed on your website? If so, about how many at each level?
Thank you for the question, Danny. The website generally has the most up-to-date information about the current amount of participants at each level. I can tell you, very recently received one new application that still hasn't been reflected on the website. And for anybody else watching that hasn't checked out the website to see how many participants at are each level, the rough estimation is that there are currently about 5, 5, and 5. A lot of them are organizational partners, such as governments, but we're currently making a bigger push to reach out directly to businesses. We've researched that feedback that the businesses are the ones that would be more welcome in Commute Friendly NC, and we definitely want to make sure that we have an inclusive cohort of participants. So yeah.
And I want to give a shout out. In Chapel Hill, Holy Trinity Lutheran Church was the very first organization to apply for to be a member of Commute Friendly North Carolina, and instantly received gold level certification. And if a small church, they're not a large, massive church, they're a small church. If a small church with a staff of about 9 people can figure out how to conduct business and use all these benefits, then we know it can be successful because they are not a larger church, and they have been successful at what they're doing and saving a lot of carbon pounds from going into the air.
Great. So to reiterate, someone asked, again, what are some incentives or benefits I could offer my employees? Are there any recommended incentives? I, again, want to reiterate that it could totally be a creative thing for your employer. We call it in Share the Right NC a site. So for your site location, you could work with the different departments, HR, for instance, and just get creative about how to incentivize people. That could be tickets to a ball game. It could be, tickets to a movie. Anything that your company is willing to offer employees for, again, utilizing alternative modes of transportation, carpooling together. There could even be, say, a board within your organization in the break room where people can visualize this data and who all is utilizing various modes. Or if they wanted to possibly join a carpool, they could see all the options that they have, or vanpool. So there's many ways that you can go about it. And that's why we're here to help you individualize the process for and customize it for your employer. Next question. Have you seen certain types of companies or organizations best suited to take advantage of this program? Great question.
Yeah, I would say that there are multiple categories that would make you best suited to take advantage of the program. The first one is if you already offer these benefits, the recognition that comes with offering that benefits and announcing to the world that you do offer these benefits would come basically free, attached to that with no cost, right? We would like to shout out and spread the word that you do offer some of these benefits. So if you already offer transportation benefits, you would be well suited to take advantage of the program. Another one is if you are a smaller business or organization. Oftentimes, larger organizations can apply for nationwide recognition. Sometimes those have high membership fees associated with them. We're hoping to establish a more statewide reach and a more inclusive cohort for participants. Therefore, there's no cost associated with applying and being recognized by Commute Friendly NC. So if you're a smaller organization and you're looking to start offering transportation benefits, I would say that you are well suited to participate in our program. Who would I reach out to in Apex? You can start by reaching out to me myself. If you are in Apex, reach out to myself. I will attempt to connect you with a local transportation benefit provider that would be suitable. We can just start having that conversation. So next question. You all have spoken about employers setting up these services, but what about a developer working on a multifamily housing project? This is an interesting one. So I think the question that you're getting at is how could you, as a developer, help get your employees to the work site? I believe the better way is to set up a carpool or a vanpool within your organization, and maybe that could help ferry some of your employees to the work site. And this is actually an interesting and kind of related question. I once had a real estate company reach out to me and apply, and that's where some of the more, I mentioned that niche transportation benefits could help you qualify for Commute Friendly NC. So one of them is that they actually had people living on site during and after construction to help with various maintenance requests or just having people sign up to the real estate project afterwards. And so we consider that a transportation benefit, right? If you're living on site or being helped ferried to the site, you're not commuting through a single occupancy vehicle. So that would actually help qualify. I would say that for more information, you can contact me with where these work sites are, and I could try to talk to a transportation benefit provider near you, and they would be able to figure out the nicheness or the things that are inherent to your situation. Any suggestions that we can do before project completion that might help or better provide residents with rideshare? In fact, I would say I could broaden that answer even more and say that before project completion, in the planning phase of the project, some of the different transportation benefits that we would recognize, such as infrastructure, are typically harder to put in after the fact, after it's been constructed, because than it is during the planning phase for construction. So I would say that if you're interested, it is about planning for some of these transportation benefits to be on the ground if they're infrastructure based before project completion, so during the planning phase. With rideshare specifically, I would say ride sharing is commonly coordinated through the use of apps, and the apps are supported in the region. I believe the one that is most supported in the region currently is Share the Ride NC. But I would also add Lincoln or Reina to talk about specific ride share programs that are offered in the region, if I didn't cover that question completely.
Hello. So with rideshare specifically, you would need to log on to sharetheridenc.org. Everyone would need to create an account. It's very simple process. And then within that, we can move forward from there. But I would like to get your contact information if it's something you would like to employ with just explore further, and I can, look at your exact situation and move forward from there. But in general, to use ride share or ride matching or anything like that, you have to have an account with Share the Ride NC.
I wanted to just mention, Raina, if you don't want to add any more to it, with the Share the Ride NC program and the Go Perks program and the Commute Friendly North Carolina program and all of these programs we've got going on in our area, it all comes to a huge celebration moment called the Golden Modes. And we invite the employers to attend, and some of them are recognized for various innovative and creative things they've been doing in their own workplaces. We recognize their participation in these particular programs. Occasionally, specific employees are invited. Anyway, we've got that scheduled for this coming fall, so we hope everybody keeps their ear out and gets to come and enjoy a incredible celebration event with great music, great food, great fellowship, and great fun.
And Lynn, while you're speaking, did you have anything you wanted to add about working with properties or developers from your experience in Chapel Hill?
Sure. In Chapel Hill, we have a voluntary program. Anyone that's building a new set of buildings or they're renovating buildings and they want to come in and offer a transportation management plan, we are more than happy to receive that transportation plan. If they don't know where to begin or where to start, we've got a set of guidelines that we can offer. We've got a template they could use to plug in their information. There's an inventory list that they could look through to see if there's things that they haven't thought of. For example, a bike fix-it station or bike lockers that would secure bikes. We've got a lot of electric bikes coming into the area, and sometimes employer might want to offer a rideshare program with bicycles just at their own business. And of course, on campus, the University of North Carolina has a bike share program that anyone in the town of Chapel Hill is welcome to use. You put the app on your phone. You can check the bike out for a certain period of time. You can ride it around. You bring it back. I don't know if you've tried electric bikes, but I'm here to plug them. It's a great way to incentivize your own employees at your businesses to, instead of taking the car to run to the supply store, they can hop on a bike and, ride that mile or two, get healthy, come back feeling even more alert and more fit. There are so many benefits to people being up and active and not driving a single occupancy vehicle to work. And then with our local program, of course, turn in that transportation management plan and we get you plugged in, and we offer annual trainings and workshops, conferences, all kinds of fun stuff and lots of campaigns. And we keep you plugged in to what's going on regionally with both Central Pines as well as Go Triangle.
Awesome. Thank you, Lynn. A few more questions. We only have about 5 more minutes. How does this program fit in with best workplaces for commuters?
Yes. So for context for all the attendees watching, Best Workplaces for Commuters is another recognition program. That one, however, is statewide. And the short answer is you can be recognized by both of them. Both of them have different certificates, and both of them would have different decals that you would hang up or show that you have, are recognized either by the state or nationwide for offering transportation benefits to your employees. But the key difference is that Best Workplaces for Commuters has a pretty large price tag associated with it. So the cost of recognition is a couple of $100 annually. I believe it's up to 280 at the moment. And so if you are a smaller business, you work locally, then I believe Commute Friendly NC would be a better fit for your organization. So it's kind of tying back to one of our earlier questions.
Okay.
And then if I can just insert here, Commute Friendly North Carolina is a really cool program. It's bragging rights. First of all, it's a fairly new program. We don't have that many people involved yet. We've only got, what Julio say, maybe 15 businesses involved right now. This program is going to skyrocket. Wouldn't it be cool if you were in on the ground and got to display a window decal bragging that you are an eco-friendly minded business? And again, it expands the interest in your business to people that are leaning more and more these days towards being carbon emissions, that they're trying to avoid it. They're trying to be friendly with our environment. So it's a really cool program. Best Workplaces for Commuters nationwide, excellent program as well. But this one is very North Carolina specific. And in the fall at Golden Modes, we'll be recognizing the people. So there are the businesses that are participating. So get involved. That's what we say. I vote yes. Yes, yes.
Very good. Besides being environmentally friendly, what other benefit is this for my organization?
Yes. So I guess I can speak up to the other suite of benefits other than the ones that Len just mentioned. So I would say that the other reason why this would be beneficial to your organization, other than just bragging rights about being environmentally friendly, is showing to potential employees that might be interested in working with you that you do offer transportation benefits. Frequent times, I would say, between choosing for different job opportunities, but employees might not be looking just at the total compensation or the work that you do, but also the benefits package, right? And I would say, since teleworking and remote work is one of the qualifying criteria for Commute Friendly NC, if you are one of those organizations, I would say right off the bat, there's a lot of employees that are only looking for remote or hybrid work jobs, or are looking at two different employment options, and they might be swayed, hey, this one has transportation benefits and the other one doesn't. And the other one might have transportation benefits, but they might not have it as clearly visible. So by applying for our no cost associated recognition, you can get the word out there that you might be a more attractive employer to work for. So how long has CFNC been in existence? That's a good question. I think Len Cohn briefly touched up on it, but I guess, and she did mention that it's only been in the last year that we have been ramping up. But to, I guess, give a slightly more historical background, it's been in the last 2 or so years that the program has been in various stages of pilot stages, being administered by other transportation planners, and going through various stages of optimization and experimentation to lead to the point that we are today. And we are now just ramping up our advertisement and our offerings. So you are now entering kind of at the ground floor. So
very quickly, I would like to add, from the employer perspective, it also shows that you're interested in your employees saving money. So if there's an economic piece as well, you're offering benefits or you're showing them alternative ways of commuting so that, again, there can be a financial benefit for them. It also creates some kind of camaraderie within, or it could create camaraderie within your organization. Again, if you utilize our Share the Ride NC component, where you can have challenges within Share the Ride NC and kind of create a friendly competition within your organization. Very quickly, we have two more just thoughts. Someone said about transit. They know transit will be free fare until June 30th. Will it remain free? That decision has not been released yet. And when is Golden Modes? Golden Modes will be in November of this year. So later on in the fall, as Lynn mentioned. Very, very quickly, there was a hand raised. If I can get back to it. I don't know, it might have gone away, but I want to thank everyone for their participation. We have one final thing to show. Thank you to both Julio and Lynn for sharing your expertise with us. Also, thank you to Central Pines Regional Council, the Town of Chapel Hill's Go Chapel Hill Commute Options Program, and all of our regional partners. A super thank you to Chris Clark, Stephen Waltz, Ellen Mathis of the Go Triangle marketing team for their help and support. Thank you to everyone who joined today. Upon exiting, you will receive a survey. Please complete the survey to let us know how we did. And we will remain on the line for the next 2 minutes for those who want to apply now. And Julio and Lynn will remain on the line in order to answer questions for those who want to fill out the application right now and be entered into the drawing for the prize that Julio will send out later this week. Thank you.
So Raina, as we're staying on the line, should we sing a little bit maybe? I would say no, but if that's something someone wants us to do to get them to fill this form out, I'm all about it.
If that's what your heart desires, Lynn, maybe at 3:01.
I don't think anybody wants to hear me sing. I'm not a great singer.
As Go Triangle regional partners together, we all work so hard and just are so thankful for everyone. And we really are willing to come to you to help your business get off the ground. We're just so excited about the program, and we really know it makes a difference. We look at the statistics each year, and it's pretty incredible to see the mileage reduced by the pledges and the tracking that people do on themselves for how much they're not driving alone anymore. It's pretty incredible. So we know we're making a dent in keeping our air cleaner and greener and our water clearer and great to drink. And we just appreciate everybody's participation, no matter if it's just one day or not. Year round is great too.